I'm Bindu, and I just want to share 5 ways that you can make sure your outfits look amazing during family photo sessions and 3 things to really avoid. Number 1, be prepared for your photo session. The worst thing that happen when you're getting ready for a photo session is the day of. You're looking for the clothes that you were planning to wear in your brain, and they're dirty. They're wrinkled and you have to iron, but you don't have time to iron. You can't find them. Or when you have kids, it's too small or too tight. And let's be honest, even for yourself, sometimes it's too small, too big, too tight. And so I really recommend at least 3 days before your session, get the clothes out, try them on, see if they look good. If anything needs to be done, get it done. And also, the other benefit of doing it a few days ahead of time is that if there's one person who needs something, you have time to run out to the store and grab it. The second thing that I would suggest is think about how your photos are going to be used. Are you planning to put them on a Christmas card or a holiday card? Are you planning to hang them in your house, which I 100% recommend, because why have pictures in your phone when you can enjoy them every day? If you are going to hang them in your home, or if you're going to use them for holiday cards, just think about what your aesthetic is normally. So like if everything in your house is light and bright, choose light and bright colors. Or if everything in your house is neutral, maybe you choose neutral colors. Or if you love dark, deep jewel tone colors and your home reflects that, then go ahead and have that reflect in your pictures, because it'll just flow better seamlessly. And honestly, I feel like the way you decorate reflects who you want to be and where you feel most comfortable. And so when your clothes also reflect that, then it just feels more like you. And I think authenticity and being real in your photos is one of the most important things, because you really enjoy it when you see the best version of yourself and having true connection with the people you love. The third thing that I think, and this is kind of getting into practical stuff, is choose an anchor outfit. So what I mean by an anchor outfit is one outfit that sets the tone for the rest of the outfits in your family group. So I usually choose either a favorite outfit that I really want to display, or I take the hardest person to dress, which is either mom, or maybe sometimes, like in my family, it's my son, because he just has the most limited amount of clothes. And I try to make sure whatever clothes I decide that they have something to wear that matches. And so once you choose that anchor outfit, it actually makes everything else go a lot easier, because you can use that as the base. And so that goes to my fourth tip, which is how to choose a great color scheme. Because you don't want, an okay color scheme, you want a really good one if you're going to be spending the time and energy to get these photos made. So the safest way to go is to look at your anchor outfit, and if it's a neutral, choose other neutrals that go with it. Or alternatively, if it's not a neutral color, get everyone else to wear neutral colors, and also the main dominant color of the anchor outfit. Because you don't want an anchor outfit to just be standing out 100%. But if you're trying to, make it as easy as possible, just choose, like, let's say you had a blue dress. Well, then everyone else can wear creams and khakis or light browns or taupes, and then also a shade of that blue. And that way you have your one pop of color and everything else is neutral. And that's, it's pretty hard to go wrong there. It's gonna look good. If you want to be more adventurous, you can choose analogous colors, so colors that go near each other on the color wheel. So going with the blue example again, you could do green, blue, purple. You could do blue, purple, maybe magenta, or light blue, dark blue, purple, that kind of range. And the one note I would say is, if you're going to do analogous color schemes, just make sure that the depth of the color is similar. So if you're choosing jewel tone colors, they should all be analogous jewel tone colors. If you're choosing pastel, go all pastels. Otherwise, it'll just, not really flow as well as you expect. Tip number 5 is play with texture. Especially if you're going to go with a mostly neutral scheme, which everybody's wearing neutrals, then I think texture becomes really important. So like, choose a sweater with a little bit of texture, or for girls, ruffles, or I mean, I love twirly dresses. My girls always looks good. And then other people wear chambray or jean. And mixing that texture gives a little bit more interest to the picture so it doesn't lay flat. And I guess one other note about neutrals, specifically whites and creams. Sometimes if you mix a very bright white with a more ivory white, depending on how it mixes, it can look like one is dirtier. So sometimes I always like to put all my clothes out on the floor or on the bed and see if they kind of flow together, like they could be one outfit. And that really helps me tell whether they're going to look good together or not. Okay, so that's 5 things that you should do. And then there's 3 things you should definitely not do. Number 1, be completely uncomfortable. If you wear uncomfortable clothes, it's going to show. Your kid is going to be, pulling at their collar the whole time. They're going to be kind of grumpy. If it's too tight, you're going to be worried about sucking in. And then you're not having as much fun as you should be. And I feel like the joy that you have for each other and being present with each other is what you want to come out in the photos, and not about being a little bit uncomfortable. The second is too many patterns, and this can come in different ways. If the pattern is too busy and you haven't figured out a way to tie it all together, and of course, email me if you have questions about that. Or if you have too many logos, I'm always like, listen, just skip out on the logos. It'll just look better. I think the third thing is, you want to look like you're together, but you don't want to look like you work for a company. So matching exactly is a really, it's just kind of, it doesn't look great, because what you want your photos to look like is to look like you. It should be, the focus should be on the expressions and the interactions of your family. It shouldn't be like, wow, they're all wearing the same white shirt. If you're all wearing the same white shirt, the focus is on the shirt and not about your connection and your emotions. And so being too matchy-matchy is just not a great idea. Now, of course, clashing also is not great, which is why we're spending all this time talking about how to choose the right outfits, because if you're all wearing completely different outfits, once again, the focus is on the outfits in a bad way and not about your expressions. So there you go, 5 tips on how to choose your fall family photos, and 3 things not to do. Thanks.